Black Clover 200 chapters, baby. Yo, I honestly feel as though this whole chapter was metaphoric of the series' growth. The whole chapter was metaphoric of Yuki Tabata's growth. And the whole chapter was metaphoric of just in general changing and growing up. Again, what I said earlier, Black Clover, baby, it did it better than Naruto. I'm gonna be honest with you. It did the Obito thing better because we didn't have the tug of war. I'm gonna be honest with you, this chapter, the growth and change that it showed, just look at Asta, the way he does things, and I love it, because Asta, again, the shonen trope, the we're gonna get it, baby, the Emma, the Naruto, the Goku, you know, that Asta embodies that times 10, and there's humor with it and stuff like that, but, baby, Black Clover 200, dog.
You never gonna fly, even if you try, you never gonna ride, gotta keep your head up, even if you cry, that's just one more reason to try.
And I'm going to talk about this chapter more so and what I feel it represents and how it's kind of representing and mirroring messages in life. So Nozelle ready to finish him off, ready to finish off the Dark Elf. Patri, I feel as though that's how any warrior and an adult from the previous generation would approach that situation. Also, again, it shows that Nozelle, despite being good, despite being like, yo, I want to save people and all that stuff, Nozelle is still, he wants to get the job done. Nozelle ain't playing around. So definitely very interesting, again, representing the adults, the previous generation. Asta, which I know is, I hate saying Asta, but Asta, the audience, is what he represents. Like, wait, you can't kill him or whatever, because when I was reading that, I was like, yeah, wait a minute, this is you could even argue that that's the editorial staff saying, you know, hey, you can't just kill him, we gotta do something where, like, hey, he gets some redemption first, and, you know, things like that. At the end of the day, it's very clear that this was all straight up Naruto inspired. Unapologetic about it though, and I feel as though that this chapter was representing a lot of those assets or aspects, basically what Black Clover's reputation has been and what it started out as, and the mistakes that Tabata made, and maybe now Tabata has grown as a person. I feel as though this was showing that he knew that he did a lot of superficial things, that he started off just kind of being like, hey, I'm doing this arc and I'm doing it my way, and kind of, sort of, even though it seems he knows now, I think, that that was the wrong way to go. And this chapter shows that if any message at the end of this chapter, it was definitely that, let's keep going, baby. We're ready to work. We're ready to go. I messed up and I made my mistakes, and let's keep doing it. Maybe he sees a bit of himself in Patri. Maybe he felt a little bit confused, or this is showing his kind of change in direction. Maybe he wanted to just be like superficial and really cool, and now he's realizing that you got to be a little bit more than that. You got to give substance and story. Make people give a rat's ass about your series other than cool stuff, because I think that's also a sign of the times. We're now in a generation where people are fooled into thinking that quantity is the way to go, and you do need some quantity, I'm not gonna lie, but if you don't have quality, it's a wrap. And that's something that I learned personally as well. So I'm taking kind of and seeing what this series is, and that's why I love Black Clover so much, because I see so much of myself in it, right? I feel like it kind of represents me as well within it, and that's something that's priceless to me, and that's why I love this series, honestly. That's why I say, if you're watching this and you don't know if you should read Black Clover, at the very least read it. I don't want to say the anime, because the anime is very off-putting. I could definitely see a lot of people not liking it, but the manga is really, really good, and 200 chapters. I know you're probably thinking, I don't know if anybody else has mentioned it yet, and that's looking at the panels of memories. The panels of memories says something very, very, very vital to Black Clover, and it's not necessarily a game changer because people have been talking about this, but I think it demonstrated it completely based on the arc, and that's the memories were in chronological order of from the very past with the elves and all of that stuff, and then it was going towards, you know, today when we see like the captains and all that stuff. It was going through all the memories. Two of the memories in the early stuff, the you know, earlier memories in the elves, there was two characters in there. Let me look at the picture again so I make sure I'm not blind. No, I'm not blind. I'm not. I took a screenshot of it just to double check. I'm not. There's a picture of what looks like Asta. Over it is a picture of what looks like Yuno. Probably that's Asta and Yuno's parents. Maybe that the mom is the one that looks like Yuno and the dad looks like Asta. Because again, I still believe that Asta and Yuno are both, you know, brothers or whatever. They were sent there, whatever. But those memories, I caught out like, wait a minute, those are their character designs, but why are they in the early memories? There's a lot of detail in this 200 chapter that you can get, but definitely we're seeing more and more of the origin of Asta and Yuno, and that they're I honestly believe they're brothers. They're probably twin brothers, but they're not identical twins. They're fraternal twins, something like that. And that's probably something to do with their heritage. Again, probably their father was the first magic emperor or one of the magic emperors, and their mother was somebody else, maybe an evil villain at some given point. Maybe maybe their mother was part of the demons, maybe the devils, something along the lines of that. I looked at that, it blew my mind. I'm like, wow, bro, Black Clover 200, baby, Black Clover, dog, I ain't gonna lie. Yo, I missed, like, okay, people that follow me for a long time, y'all know that I was a Magi guy. I love Magi. Magi gave me this really dope and intellectual feeling. I named my daughter, my flesh and blood, after the main female protagonist, Morgiana, okay? So that was my thing. Now it's that Black Clover greatness, baby. Black Clover has taken what Magi left behind for me. Something that was said is the price for every deed must always be paid. Burn that deep into your heart. That's definitely resentment and regret. This was all basically emotions. And again, this was about change and growing. Maybe Tabata saw a friend or somebody he knew, or he himself in the fake lit Patri. And Patri, you can see, this is why I say it was done better than Naruto. Because Naruto, Obito had to get dragged to it. So it almost felt like Obito didn't learn his lesson. He had to get dragged into it. While Patri, Asta just had to say, yo, what up, bro? Yo, what's good, dog? Like, yo, you did that to the Magic Emperor? Word? You're gonna have to pay for it, bro. Like, very simplistic. And Patri just was like, yo, okay. Naruto had to still go in there. He had to get like 50,000 people to drag it out of his ass. Like, come on, bro. And that's why Obito got hated on. At the time, I couldn't see it. But it wasn't change. It didn't feel like genuine change because Obito had to get dragged into it. And in order to really change, you got to do it yourself. So Patri already recognizing what was wrong and how he was duped and it was all BS. And then being like, man, look, you know what I'm saying? That's why Black Clover did it better. William Vengeance, Patri, the fake lit, better than fake Madara, Obito, Tobito, you know, Choji. We find out, of course, well, not that we find out, the sword could turn him back. Yuno points it out. And that's kind of showing Yuno's character. This is really showcasing a little bit more. If we have a long way to go, we might not even see another glimpse of Asta and Yuno's potential parents for a while. And honestly, this chapter just blew my mind again, where two panels of maybe these are their parents, or maybe Asta and Yuno are reincarnations of those people, but there's also different type of reincarnation besides the elves. Maybe the humans can get reincarnated too. I don't freaking know. It's freaking crazy. I don't know. And then in the end, of course, the redemption. The part where, you know, in Naruto, Obito got up and is like, I'm ready to fight back. Even though he had to get battered and bruised, and Obito looked like just a sludge monster by the end. Like, yo, Tsunade, I'll help out, bro. Like, yo, Sakura, I'll help. Where's Sasuke? Like, yo, nah. Patri stands up looking beast as ever. The fake lit here, no longer fake lit. He got kind of lit, but he ain't lit. We'll probably see lit later, and there'll be a big revelation. Maybe lit is their father, something. I don't know. So much crazy shit, but great twist right there. The way they did that twist, inspired heavily by Naruto, no questions asked. I think it did it unapologetically and did it better. And that's not to slight Naruto. Naruto is an incredible series. We wouldn't have Black Clover without Naruto. So you got to put that at the forefront, baby. But man, Tabata basically said 200 chapters. Thank you for allowing me to live this dream up until this point. Let's keep going. Hopefully the anime gets renewed for another 50 episodes, because we're already, we're at in the 70s or something like that. I got to catch up. I know, 70s or 80s. But yeah, we're getting close to that 101 mark, and hopefully it gets renewed again, because Black Clover is lit. Amazing series. My favorite series right now that I'm reading, and I'm reading quite a bit, and I'm catching up again on other stuff. Maybe when I catch up to My Hero, I might feel like, oh, but as of right now, what's been going on the past I want to say the past 8 to 10 chapters, Black Clover been for me just like blowing me away. One Piece is still building. Love One Piece, greatness for, like, y'all already know One Piece. But yeah, and Boruto's been pretty interesting in Dragon Ball Super. But there's just something about Black Clover. It's a nostalgia trip, unapologetic, wrapped up with some cool new shit. And Asta being still like, it's like Naruto's still around for me. Even though I say that Black Clover's a new Bleach in terms of its position and jump, in terms of its position in a potential big three. It's kind of like Naruto to me, and I love that, and I really respect and appreciate that. So definitely wanted to just kind of come through and talk about Black Clover chapter 200. You already know Fornever Fridays. This was episode 3 of Fornever Fridays. That's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. All right, greatly appreciate it. Why do I be so aggressive? Like I'm just gonna strangle you. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, or Instagram and Twitter. Yeah, I want you to follow me more on Instagram, baby. I want to get my Instagram up. Come on. Instagram, Twitter, and please hit that bell. If you rock with me, you want to get the notifications. Y'all know how YouTube be. Please hit that bell to get the notifications for my videos. Yeah, YouTube be wildin'. I'm Fornever World, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life, boy. Bow. Have an awesome day. Can't forget the music, though. Too bad I can't play some music right now, man. Wait, do I got anything? Hold on, I got...